It's the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition. This is for Wednesday, the 14th of June. I'm James Spann. Kind of muggy, hot weather for a while, scattered storms, maybe some strong storms tomorrow, and the tropics are showing some signs of life next week. Let's check it out. Water vapor satellite view, the main westerly winds aloft, the jet stream, if you will. Well to the north, kind of a soupy air mass down here. 60s and 70s to start the day. Birmingham at 73. The cool spot, Fort Payne at 66. We'll expect a high in the upper 80s again today. There's the watch warning map around the nation. Out west, excessive heat watches for parts of California and the deserts as a big upper high begins to build in there. The eastern half of the country is quiet. But later today, severe weather possible. A risk of severe storms for cities like St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Indianapolis. Green here, that means no organized severe weather expected. But hey, look at tomorrow. Now all of a sudden on day 2, we have a risk of severe weather defined for about the northern 2/3 of Alabama. The standard slight risk, the areas in yellow including Huntsville, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, Tuscaloosa. A marginal risk down to Linden, Montgomery, and Auburn. And we'll take a look at this in just a second. Then for day 3, Friday, a marginal risk for the Corn Belt, well to the north of here. Rain for the next 5 days, and numbers will be all over the board. On an average basis, rain amounts 1.5 to 2.5 inches for the state. Tropics. This is the 2-day tropical weather outlook, and all of a sudden we have a little wave that's come off the coast of Africa. A little early in the season for that. Typically, these Cape Verde type systems don't show until late July, August, and September. We'll keep an eye on that. In fact, this is the 5-day outlook, and the guys at NHC have a low-end probability of this thing developing. It's a low-latitude system. We'll watch that. And also, they have a circle around the Yucatan for next week, and we'll talk about that as we go. So here we go. Model fans, the GFS. This is the 06C run, valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. Troughing well to the north, the flat ridge here, and again, like yesterday. Upper 80s, partly sunny, maybe a few scattered storms, probably not many. This is the NAM, high-res NAM, not showing much at all today at 4 o'clock. Maybe a little higher coverage over the northeastern corner of the state. So today the storms look to be fairly widely spaced. But tomorrow, you can see that the moisture is deeper, the air is more unstable. The high-res NAM picks up on maybe an MCS, mesoscale convective system, dropping in from the north. This is 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, showing an organized band of storms dropping into northwest Alabama. Then by 7 o'clock, it's got the storms mainly west of I-65. And again, I don't know if the radar is going to look exactly like this, but due to the potential of the MCS, that's the reason the SPC guys have the severe weather risk defined. And this is not like a risk in March. This would be for strong straight-line winds with the MCS. There's no tornado threat. But just something to watch. Otherwise, tomorrow, very muggy, partly sunny, upper 80s. But a pretty good chance of storms by mid to late afternoon and tomorrow evening, and those could pack a punch. Friday, we stay in soupy air, upper 80s, a mix of sun and clouds, scattered showers and storms. And that's the idea for the weekend. This is Saturday, and this is Sunday. Both days, highs upper 80s, a mix of sun and clouds with scattered, mostly afternoon and evening showers and storms. Go to next week on Monday, evidence of a surface front approaching. And that might give us a little bump in the number of showers and storms. And then Tuesday, the GFS continues the idea of drier air creeping into extreme North Alabama. And if this is the case, the better chance of showers and storms Tuesday shifting down into South Alabama, and the humidity might be a tad lower here. Then Wednesday, pretty good troughing north of the state, and again, a fairly dry air mass. So if this were to verify, Tuesday and Wednesday of next week would be relatively pleasant and dry for the northern half of the state. And we note down to the south a tropical low potentially in the Bay of Campeche. Here's the end of the forecast period. Friday of next week, June 23rd, big heat bubble over the southwest, troughing over the northeast. For us, a dry air mass. And the tropical system just kind of drifting toward the Mexican coast. This is the European, valid Friday the 23rd. The chance of a tropical storm. Again, if anything tries to get its act together, it would seem like it would be drifting toward the coast of Mexico and not being pulled up northward this way. So again, if you've got a beach trip next week, for now, wouldn't worry about it. Just kind of keep an eye on forecasts. Numbers, highs mostly in the 80s, lows upper 60s and low 70s, although we start to see those low 90s creeping in here toward the end of this month, which is what we expect in late June. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. You can catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.